Good morning. I'm your English teacher Yudash Vasilvara. Today's our new theme is Discover Uzbekistan. So in this lesson we will discover our motherland Uzbekistan. I think this video help you to discover our motherland. Before beginning this video, I'll tell you briefly about our motherland. Uzbekistan is a wonderful place to visit in Central Asia. In terms of historical sites, this is by far the richest country in the entire region. This country holds a very important place in the emblematic Silk Road, a trade route that used to link east and west, because it lies at the heart of it. Uzbekistan is bordered by Afghanistan to the south, Turkmenistan to the southwest, Kazakhstan to the north, Kyrgyzstan to the northeast, and Tajikistan to the southeast. One of the oldest cities in Uzbekistan and the world is Samarkand, established during the middle of the 1st century BC. The numerous monuments of Samarkand and its suburbs impress tourists with their beauty and splendor. The refined architectural shapes, intricate ornamentation, mosaics, blue tile, domes, and facades are interesting for all who visit these beautiful buildings. So let's go.
Guess where we are right now? Uzbekistan has been a surprise to me, really. And, well, I personally didn't expect what I found.
Tashkent is okay for us today. Actually, I have to say to me, a city in Asia is extremely clean and has a lot of parks, so a lot of green around the presidential buildings. So it's good to relax. For all overnight accommodation in Tashkent, we decided to stay at a hotel in Uzbekistan. Maybe not the best in town, but definitely an iconic example of Soviet architecture. This is the Asti Imam complex. This is the old part of Tashkent, and actually what is survived after the earthquake of 1966. We're getting lost.
Like, in Baku Bazaar, that is the biggest bazaar in Uzbekistan. Just exchanged some money, and this is $100. It's a massive city. Don't underestimate the distancing, and there's not really too much to see. Really doesn't hard them move around.
Train station, and in about an hour we're going to take the train to Samarkand. Well, Samarkand is obviously it's amazing, old historical buildings are breathtaking.
So this is a mosque that has been built in honor of Timur's wife. So in the Quran it says that apparently when they were building the mosque, the architect actually fell in love with it and he demanded a kiss.
We're in the middle of Samarkand in the Rajasthan Square, probably one of the most beautiful places in Asia, if not in the world.
Rasta, there is a very interesting characteristic that is the actual representation of animals. So we have a tiger, we have a deer, and then we also have sun. Why is that interesting and different from the others? Is it because in the Islamic religion you do not tend to represent anything using symbols or anything? We've just been kind of like harassed by groups of locals that just want to take pictures with us, and then they wanted our Facebook account, Instagram, email address, anything.
Where we can find the tomb of Timur. Capital of the Timur Empire. All the artists, all the architects, and the best scientists of the empire came here to build the city. And this is what we can see actually today. The best preserved buildings of Samarkand are actually dating from that age. The wall behind me apparently has been built by the Ministry of Tourism to separate the main tourist attraction from the poorest area, the residential area, just to make sure that tourists don't see what is inside.
It was an interesting experience. It was quite clean. Everything was clearly divided within the actual market. Yeah, and the good thing is that they let you try Muslim stuff. So you go around and it's like, oh, do you want to try this nut, or do you want to try this cake? And then you can kind of like taste a bit of everything. Chicken, curry, tutto, everything. And I really like the fact that they use kind of like pushchair to take it around.
Actually an ancient cemetery. There's plenty of mausoleum and tombs. The colors are just amazing.
We're trying to go to Kara, but we're not entirely sure which one is the train. So we just arrived in Bukhara and we're now starting exploring the city. Bukhara is one of the cities that we like the most, and actually it's one of the cities that has like a very important history, because throughout like the expansions of the Islamic Empire, it was one of the main cities together with Cordoba and also Baghdad. It's full of like monuments. It's a fantastic like center as well, town center, where everyone gathers in the evening and we've been there for a day and a half. That is probably not enough to actually enjoy everything that he has to offer.
The Arca Fortress is the old citadel of Bukhara and the residence of the Emir. For centuries has been the main stronghold and a citadel with 3,000 people. Here we are now in the coronation hall, the place where the throne of the Emir was and where public audience were held.
We are in the Abdullah Khan Madrasa, and this is one of, well, this is basically the only madrasa here that is not pointing towards the Mecca. This is Charminar, and this is the only building in the whole Uzbekistan with this kind of like structure. And some not really nice people tend to define it as an upturned chair.
Let me introduce the Great Game. The word Great Game indicates the spy game that happened in the 19th century between Russia and the British Empire. Back then the British Empire was fearing that the Russia expansion in Asia and particularly in Central Asia would threaten his most important colonial domain, India. The entire region was like populated by spies. We are at the Zindar. This is the prison of Bukhara. Among others, here in the mid of the 19th century, two Englishmen were held and kept for almost 3 years. The two Englishmen were sent by the British to meet with the Emir of Bukhara to gather intelligence. Then he decided to kill the two Englishmen as spies. From Bukhara this morning, and we are crossing the Kizilkum Desert. Our final destination is to see some fortress in the middle of it before going to Kiva tomorrow. Along the roofs of the fortress, they are entirely made out of mud. Actually, the fortress of the citadel apparently was built and was lying around the 2nd, the 3rd century. Перед вами топра Кала, некогда столица древнего Хорезма. Toprak means mud, while Kala means castle. Where we are right now is the ancient palace of the king. Actually, it was interesting because the religion back then was the Zoroastrianism that effectively disappeared after Islam came in the region. But there are some differences in these wooden sticks, which are crude and much higher. The second big difference is that the central wooden structure is not sustained by the two big poles.
well. And so we are exploring it for today, and the city is waking up, and as you can see, there are people preparing their goods to be sold to the tourists.
We just bought a cumulative ticket for all the main attraction of Kiva. So as you can see, we have a to-do list of 16 monuments to see.
We're about to climb and go up to the top of the mirror.
So dear students, in this video you can see that two tourists to Uzbekistan, and they can say some information about Tashkent, Tashkent's bazaar, and Samarkand bazaar, Bukhara and its bazaar, and also Hiva. You can see that they can a lot of interesting facts about Hiva, Samarkand, Bukhara and Tashkent. I think it is very useful. This video lesson was very useful for you in order to discover our motherland Uzbekistan. So dears, our video lesson is over. See you later for the next lessons. Thank you for your paying attention. Bye bye.